Remember that? Good. We're good with that? If not, make arrangements to meet. Tomorrow we have a band booster meeting for those that would like to join that. It's at 7 p.m. Wednesday we have a few students going to All-State, so we'll see them in the hallway. Congratulations. And Friday's the end of the 6 weeks, so if you have any missing grades, you may want to get a prime time slip either tomorrow or Thursday and start making those up so we can get those grades in. You can get a 0 on your report card. Moving on, we've got senior photos for the slide show for the banquet due April 15th. I think today's the 8th, so we got about a week. Be thinking about that for you seniors. We still need flashlights for percussion ensembles, so if you have those at home, that would be great. And what we're looking for is just like flashlights if your power goes out about, I don't know, maybe like this big or so, just handheld flashlights, nothing like a keychain flashlight. We have the spring dates for Drum Like Billy Guard Rock Band still up. You've seen those. Dr. Schaefer, the trumpet professor at UTC, is doing a brass day at UT Chattanooga. So for those that are interested in that, April 27th is when it is. So you may want to talk to us and register online for that. And then also, we have some news about a former student. Ms. Monson, Mr. Fraser, would you like to mention about that?
Devin Pratt, he had come and he talked to us about the Navy. Do you remember this? It was a while back. Well, he just sent us an email this morning, and he wanted to let us know that he is paying
deployed
to Korea. And so I know you guys, if you keep up with the news, you kind of know, what's going on. It's just kind of one of those, not great situations. And so if you just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, we wanted you to know what was going on with that. So if you would like more information or you want his email address, send him an email, come see us. That'd be great.
There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and start playing today. So we'll do set 2 to start out with. Let's do set 2, option 2. Guess what? You don't understand? I got it. Yes. We'll wait till you guys get situated.
Tubas. You guys scoot over. You guys scoot that way a little bit.
All right, guys, let's go. Set 2, option 2.
Thank you.
We can definitely get a better start there. So we're set 2, option 2, for those that didn't quite hear that. So let's try to get a better start. I'm just going to give you the entrance here. Everybody with me? Questions?
Do you mean option 4 or is option 1
Okay, we'll just do option 1 then. I'm sorry, I'm using the book, so option 2 must be different for the movements. So yeah, we'll just do option 1. Okay? Thanks for clarifying. Here we go. Unrelaxed and have really good posture. So for you guys that are kind of unsure, go ahead and lean up a little and scoot up your chairs a little bit. Let me see you guys move. Yeah, much better. So let's do option 3 this time. Set 2, option 3. Here we go. Gotta pay attention. I know we just came back from spring break, but gotta be with me. Here we go. Yes, question.
Option 3 is the same as option 1 for us.
It's the same as option 1.
Yeah, option 4 is the next one.
They're the same.
And then you have option 1 before. How about option 5? All right. We good with that? Yeah. Set 2, option 5. just to make them a little bit more connected. So let's try to push the tempo a little bit faster than what we're used to. It's a good exercise for us to go a little bit quicker with lip slurs. So about this speed. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so we need to do a little bit more work on that one. We haven't done that very much yet, right?
We haven't done the arpeggio.
So haven't done it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll slow it down just a little bit. About this speed, we're going to do E major, okay? Right here with me. Get your scale sheets out if you need it. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. I'd love it if we all do sing the note. Try to get the pitch center and before we play it, because that's really important. If we hear it inside of our heads, we'll be able to tune it better. So go ahead and sing this whenever you hear it, and then play the G for me. brass players, we all tune to B flat. So tune it again. And if you think you've got it, just tune to help out the other people that aren't quite there yet. So keep playing until we're all stopped. Okay? Hands up. Some of you don't come in until I think measure 5, but just take a look at it. Take a look at the key signature, the time, how fast it is, all this stuff. And I don't think I should be hearing any talking to each other because all this is just stuff going on in your head. Yes, question? Don't. Do you have someone you can look off of? This is weird. What happened? Can you guys just share a little bit? Do you have an extra one on that stand? Is there an extra one that someone isn't using? Just triple up instead of doubling up. So whatever you have to do to make it work. Just have 3 people looking off one of those. They've got one down here. So never mind, you can send that one back. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, make sure we have enough for everybody. And if not, work it out amongst yourself before we get to rehearsal. All right, band expressions, let's do 89. One horns up. There's 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. or something like that, if you want to think about it. Similarly like that. Let's do measure 13 here. 13, where it's kind of like the climax of the little thing we've got here. So 13, here we go. Up the speed. 1, 2, ready, go. Is your triplets. They're really nice and separated, but that's not the style we're going after. So right now it sounds like da 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 da. It sounds really awkward for rock. So what you need is like da 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 da, something like that. Very connected, very driving, and it's your crescendo every time you do that triplet figure. So just kind of fluctuate with the dynamics there. Let's try to make it a little bit more musical this time. So let's just start right at 5. And then we'll go on from there. Right at 5 with me. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. I know that last time we met together, I think we separated the parts and everything. So for clarification for my sake, the first trumpets are right here. Is that right? Where did the first trumpets end? We have E4 doing it. Okay. We have fourths. Back row, you got second or third? Thirds, and you guys are seconds. Very good. Thank you. So we're going to start today. We're going to start today at measure 17. You wasn't here. Can you look off them? Do you have them? You should have them. Just after class, make a copy. Shouldn't be a big deal. Because I remember everybody that was here, everybody listening to me? Over here, seconds. Thank you. So I think that everybody had a copy. I made everybody a copy for this piece. So for those that are just absent, just find somebody, get permission from us, make a copy real quick, no big deal. Do that before and after rehearsal, not during. So let's start at 17. This is just the first and second trumpets. So let me hear you guys there. 17, okay? We're just reading it. Give you guys 2 beats. piano. It's written in your part too. So I need you to back down to try to match that volume. So let's start right there at 17, just the seconds this time. Here we go. 3, 4, 1. Measure 21. We have a break there where the slurs do like that in your music. So if you would, everybody breathe there. Those are the phrase markings, not necessarily slurs. So be sure you breathe between those breaks. We talked about this before. I don't need to repeat it much more than that. So 17, let's add the first trumpets in there again. Then we'll go on thirds, big counting. So we're going to come up on your part and play whenever you get to 24. So we're starting at 17. Be sure to come in third part. Okay? First, second, thirds right now. Yes. It's not all slur. Let me clarify something real quick. Yeah. I've explained this to the band before, but just to clarify a little bit more, the things that look like slur markings in your music, they're actually called phrase markings. There's really no difference whenever you see it on paper. It's just something you have to figure out in your head. And what it's telling you is just to connect and make those sections, those chunks of music, very legato and very together. So at the end of a phrase marking, you should put a slight break there and breathe, or just put a break. You should be able to hear it. And right now we're not hearing it, but obviously we didn't know that. So let's try that 17 again. Thirds be counting. Yes? Question?
I think legato was on our next like 49.
That's the phrase.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that in just a second. It's a little bit more marked. We'll get there in a minute. So that's a good question. A lot of people trip up on that. So 17. Here we go. 3, 4, 1. Seconds, whenever we go a little bit further into like 24 and everything, we kind of got lost. Just so you know, your part is not going to match up with a lot of the rest of the band, including the thirds as well. Yeah, it's a little tricky. You have to be counting constantly in your head. You can't depend on the music to tell you where it's going to go, because it's different on purpose. So let's start there at 24. Let's do the pickups so the thirds can play a little bit there. So 24. Oh, let's just start at measure 23, okay? Measure 23. Third trumpets be ready to come in there. 23. 1, 2. So second trumpets, whenever you get there to measure 24, you have that G, D. You have that D right there that's accented. I need you guys to punch that a little bit. And then thirds, whenever you come in, you swell up to forte. And I heard that from like 2 players, and it sounded good, but I need the rest of you to kind of join in there and swell with the rest of the group here. So 23 again. Let's start there again. There we go. notes in a little bit. I'm not as concerned as that. Right now, the biggest thing I'm concerned with is just the dynamics and the phrasing. We have to get those two together. You guys can work out notes on your own time, but the blending as an ensemble is the most important thing to do in the rehearsal. So at 28, let me hear this right here, 28. The three sections we are playing right here, 28. Here we go, 3, 4. Good. So we're swelling on beats 3 and 4 from piano, mezzo, forte to piano. It should sound like very dramatic. Just fading off into nothing. So at 28, here we go again. 3, 4. Good, good. And then the break, the cutoff there at measure 29 should just be kind of like an eighth note. So it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just off. So 28 again. I'll give you guys 4 beats here. 1, 2, 3. Good. Much better. That is it right there. So let's put that together now from 17 to the end there. 28 and on. So 17. 3, 4, 1. Let's get a better start than that. Better start. Doing us 3, 4. 3, 4. Let's everybody look at 49, so we're all playing there. Fourth, sorry for leaving you guys out. You guys don't have much on this piece, but it is important. So everybody at 49, and to answer Holly's question about the staccatos with the phrases and stuff, all it's telling you to do is not make them staccato. You don't want to sound like da, 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 like that. That would sound really weird. So what you need is just to mark them a little bit more. So it's supposed to be da, 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 whatever the thing is. So just kind of punch them a little bit. It's really hard to explain because accents, you think punching, but really what I want you to do is like swell each note, like little bumps over every single note. Does that make sense? Everybody with me there? Let's try that at 49. And it's forte, so you guys need to be playing out, but playing really well, like in tune and blending with everybody. So forte, 49, everybody. Forte. 3, 4, 1. Right now it sounds really sweet and pretty like the beginning, which is perfect for the beginning, but I need you to punch it a little bit more. So first trumpets, let me hear you, 49. 3, 4, 1. And so what I need the rest of the people that were listening to that is to match the volume that is going to be played. So at 49, let's have first and third trumpets play. Okay, 49. 3, 4, 1. Watching me, and at 56, everybody can see that it says slightly slower. So I haven't done that yet, like in front of you guys. So you're gonna have to watch me in just a minute whenever we get to that. So let's go ahead and have everybody come in at 49, and we'll start working on some of the tempo changes. But what I need you guys to do this week especially is really work on the notes, to make sure you do have the notes down, and then we can really get the style down. Whenever we have everybody this afternoon, you'll be able to hear everything better, so you'll have a better idea of what's going on with your parts, especially at the beginning. 49, for everybody, all the trumpets here, 49. We'll go to the end. Just be watching me. Here we go. 3, 4, 1. I'll give you guys 3, 4, 1. The accent notes there, 47. 3, 4, 1. back down. What is that, at about 60 or so? So let's start at the slowing off blocks, right where it says that it measures 60. Second trumpets, let me hear you, okay? Here we go. 3, let's just start right on it, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Over everything else, it is a little bit. Let's try that again. 60, second trumpets. 1, 2, ready, go. Right. So it's 1 and 3. Let's try again. 62. Right on that measure. Measure 62. 1, 2, ready, go. 1. Try again, 62. 1, 2, ready, go. That's it. That's much better. So let's go ahead and add in seconds and thirds there and fourths. Second, thirds, fourths at measure 60. That's really awkward for the third trumpets there. Let's do 57. Beat 2 of 57. Everybody see that, the accents there? 3, 4, 1. But I think what you guys need to do in the second is just look from 56 to the end and on your own practice time. I know going up to that and measure 58, GBD, then E and all that, it can be taxing for yourself. So just be practicing that so you have enough endurance for the concert. Let's start at 49 now with everybody. Add in the first trumpets. So, and like I said, first, if you remember, balance, just bring it out a little bit more. Check the time. Good. 49. Here we go. Everybody. 3, 4, 1. What happened there? Why did I stop? I'm not upset. I just slowed down. Flat? No, you didn't fall apart. Yes. That's it. Yeah. So the phrasing, I heard about 3 people, maybe 4 people breathe straight through it, and more than just one section. It was a couple of sections. So be looking at those phrase markings. Everybody should be cutting off there, right there at I think 53. So be observing that and everything. Here we go. 49 again. 3, 4. So I stopped you guys because we're not strong enough, and plus you're glued to the music. If you guys would just look at me for this entrance here, because you guys can memorize the first and second, the pickup notes into that. So just be watching me, and I'm not going to count this time. I just want you guys to play. Here we go. You backed off a little bit for some reason, even though we're supposed to get like much louder, and that's supposed to be like the impacting moment. That is the moment in this piece. So whenever we get to 56, just go with it, okay? Just play it out more. So 49 again, start there. We'll go to the end this time. You're watching me. Try again. Except at the end, we played too loud because it is there. There it is. It is triple piano, which I can't even say that pianissimo. It's really, really, really quiet. So there at the end, we need to back off more. I do appreciate you breaking up the dynamics. I heard you guys individually doing that. And at 57, thank you guys for breaking together. You guys break there, but the rest of the ensemble doesn't necessarily do that. So whenever we get there this afternoon, you guys will be like, oh, that's what happened. So right now I want to work at 56 a couple of times, and I want to hit those accents on 57 and really drive them, okay? So it should be fortissimo. Right now it's less than that because you're unsure about it. So let's hear 56, okay? Here we go, 56. 1, 2, ready, go.